Hi everyone, my name is Hart Levine. I work with OU Next Gen on a project called Heart to Heart, which is a grassroots movement of Jewish students and young adults who are sharing Shabbat and creating friendships and building Jewish community for uninvolved Jews. We work with young Jews all around the world, but mostly on college campuses. So I wanted to talk about an idea in the coming week's Torah portion, Parshat Ki Teitzei, which I think very much speaks to the Jewish experience in college. No, I'm not talking about the story of Esha Yifat Toar falling in love with a non-Jewish woman and how to deal with that. I'm also not talking about the story of the Ben Sora Moyer, the wayward son who goes off the derech. Maybe not as relevant, maybe relevant. I want to talk about the story of finding the lost animals of your friends. There's a whole story about how to return them and the responsibility, and you can't turn your eyes away. So what does that have to do with Jewish life and college and Shabbat? So if you look at what the Or HaChaim says, who is an 18th century Moroccan-Israeli commentator, he says that really this story is not talking about friends who lose their sheep and their ox and their donkeys. Really, your friend is really talking about God. And really it's talking about God's children or God's people or God's flock who are lost or somewhat can't really find their way. And says that, you know what? You have a responsibility to find them and to look out for them. Lo tireh et shor achicha o et sayo nidachim. It says, don't see your brother's ox or his sheep driven away, and don't turn your eyes away from them. Hashev tishivem lafichai. You have to bring them back to your brother. So he explains that sort of we have a responsibility to look out for people and to bring them back to God and to the Jewish people. And, the second verse says, if your brother is not close to you, and you don't know him, then what's the solution? You have to gather him into your home. I think that's a very important message. So I think there's two messages. One is that you can't turn your eyes away. Just to be aware, to think about all the people who are not part of your Jewish community, not part of your Shabbat community, who you don't know, who maybe not really affiliated with the Jewish community, and to say, you know what, I have a responsibility to be aware of that and to do something about it. And then what do you do? So it says if you're not close to someone, you should invite them into your home. And that's really what we try and promote. Sort of students and young people, and really Jews, to take responsibility and to invite neighbors, friends, strangers into their homes for Shabbat dinners, for conversations, for a friendship. I think maybe a final idea that we can see from these verses is it talks about also if you see your friend's donkey which is too heavy and it's fallen over, it doesn't just say that you have to pick it up and fix it for him and solve all his problems. It says hakim takim imo. You should work with them to lift it up. And I think this whole process, it's not just we're doing some job for someone, but really sort of being partners with someone and seeing how the work that we're doing and sharing Shabbat and sharing Jewish community actually is something that we do hand in hand with the people. And it's not this sort of hierarchical, I'm going to tell you what to do, but it's really together building a more welcoming and loving and meaningful Jewish community for everyone. So I hope that all of you, as you're going back to college or starting college or graduating college or wherever you are, think about how you can take responsibility and open your eyes and really welcome people into your homes, your Shabbat tables, and your heart. Shabbat Shalom.